No, they were Coles.
Oh. Hey guys, Suzanne here. Welcome to another episode of Sipping Tea with Suzanne. I am so excited. Let me first say Happy New Year. 2023 is going to be your year. It is going to be the year that you go after everything you desire, everything you've dreamed of. And I am here for it. And even if you don't know me personally, I'm cheering for you. Once again, I am excited though to highlight my sponsor. So the space sponsor is Life Garden Cafe. It's a space that you can come for the ambiance, the food, the people. It's a phenomenal space. We'll give you some shots of the place afterwards, but I am so excited for my first guest for 2023, none other than the fabulous, the phenomenal. Some things I found about when I got her bio that I didn't know about. Miss Diel, all right.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am so excited to be here, Suzanne. Thank you so much for this opportunity. This is actually my first podcast ever. So I am glad that I am breaking that with you. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for everybody that's tuning in, all the friends, the family, all the people that said they couldn't tune in, but they're going to watch later. Thank you and hello to you guys.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Yes, what she said. So no, thank you for everyone that's tuning in. I really do appreciate your support week after week. It's an opportunity for me to, honestly sit down and sip tea, which y'all know I love, but talk to people in the community. And, I like highlighted and spotlighted women, especially Black women. And I have known Diel for
years.
We'll just go with years.
Right.
I've known her for years, and
I think we met through your mom, maybe.
Yes, my mom, the original
socialite.
Yes. Lord, what she's putting down, we're picking up, right?
Yep.
So
she paved the way.
She did, and we met, like seen each other throughout, but always been fascinated and always admired you and your grind and your hustle, and just love your fashion style because we talked about it. I'm extra, you're extra.
There's always room for extra. Always,
exactly.
Always.
It's funny. Last year when I went to Virginia Beach on vacation, there was a sign that said, you call me extra, but so is guac.
Yeah.
Like something like that. Or like guacamole's extra, right? And if you go to a restaurant and you're like, how much is this sandwich? $15. And then guac is like $10 extra. It's like, dude.
I know, it's fine.
Okay, all right. Yeah. But anyway,
yeah.
So I'm so excited to talk with you tonight because you have so many things going on. And yes, so breathe. Breathe.
I hope you guys are comfortable.
Yes.
I'm going to quote TD Jakes, let them girdles down, roll those Spanx down, go get a sandwich. You should already have your tea with us, your wine, whatever you're sipping on today, and you're going to be in for it.
All right, awesome. So let the girdles down, not that I...
Are we really we're going to go there? Okay.
I'm not letting no girdle down. Girl. But anyway... I love that. Maybe the Spanx, but no, I didn't wear any today because I knew I was going to be laughing out loud.
Because you don't need it. I thought that's what you were going to say.
No, girl, it's all right. It's all right. No, I don't need it. I mean, I am naturally flawless.
Amen.
But amen, God, right?
Amen.
Okay. So, here's the first thing I'm going to ask you though, before you get into it, because I saw that you're a veteran.
Yes.
And that I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, because, it's funny. And I talk about social media all the time. And social media gives us this false sense of we know someone, but I've never seen that anywhere on your social media profile. So tell me about that. Like first thing.
Yeah. So goodness, I don't even know where to start. It was one of those things where it's like, what? I just was just in the Army. So I did serve in the United States Army, and then served 6 years, and then last 2 were in the Army Reserve. I did get orders to go to Operation Desert, because I'm not going to date myself.
No,
y'all do get slick and try to Google what war happened when.
Thank you.
It was one of the Iraqi wars. Something went up with funding, and I was released from that. I looked at it as a blessing. I thank each and every one of my soldiers, my battle buddies, my combat medics. I was medical. That went over, and God spared their lives. I'm just so thankful for what our soldiers do for us every day. People really do not realize the level of discipline it takes to fight for this country in the midst of everything that is constantly going on. Times are always changing. opinions on what we should do, where we should do it, how we should go, should we leave other countries alone? Should we stick our nose in other people's business? It can be overwhelming. And that's part of the reason why I served my 8 years and got out. But I did ETS as a sergeant in the United States Army. I'm very proud to have served for this country. And it's just not really a bucket list item per se, but it's something that I can say that I've done. Check.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
I did not know that. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
And, you're right. Folks don't really realize the discipline that it takes because, listen, they find it hard to stick to their New Year's resolution for a week. I'm gonna go there because it's New Year's, right?
Yeah.
So that discipline, no, thank you so much.
Yeah,
And,
it's a lot that I pulled from being in the military. And you mentioned the word discipline, and discipline, not only coming from a Caribbean and African household upbringing, but discipline is the name of the game. They literally break you down to build you back up. But I have taken those lessons and have applied them throughout my life, even after my term in the military. And I do credit that to a lot of the things that I have been able to accomplish.
Okay, that's wonderful. I mean, it is what it is. Whatever your political stance is, it is your opinion. But to take that opportunity to be so selfless and to give back and to fight for a country who sometimes is not kind to us as people of color or Black women, to make that decision, I applaud you.
And let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk
Just
about
for a
it.
brief second, because I know this is not.
It's all right, girl.
A
it's
whole section
whatever
about
we
being
make it.
military, but let
Let's
me
go
tell you
there.
the sacrifice that Black women have to make to be in the military, especially a branch like the Army or the Marines. I can't really speak to, the Air Force or the Navy, but it's tough.
Yeah.
You cannot wrap your hair at night.
Girl.
If they can, and I'm talking about, your initial 2.5 months of boot camp, which is, let me tell you, a shock wave. You can't wrap your hair at night. Now, to the Black women that are watching, even the Black men or people that just know how important it is. We just said, one of our guests that are here today go around in their bonnet all day long. Imagine laying down on a United States service pillow. This is not a silk pillow from Macy's. This is not a satin pillowcase. This is this is 100% cotton. Break your edges off pillowcase, okay? And you can't wrap your hair at night. That's just a
listen.
Call it stush, call it bougie, call it. She's like, I know people are like, that's what you took from that. No,
it's important.
It is important.
It is very important
because you still want to be you.
Thank you,
but you can't.
Okay,
just know that you can't.
Okay.
There are a lot of benefits to serving this country, but wrapping your hair at night is not.
It's not one of them. And that is so important to the Black culture. Yes, I have a girl who literally, I would tell her, like, leave the bonnet at home, but you need that silk scarf at night. You do, especially when you just get your hair did and them edges. But anyway, we move on.
I digress.
All right. So I really wanted to hear about that because when I found, I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. But I didn't want to ask you because I really wanted to ask you on the show to get, really live action.
Yeah.
So who is Diel?
Oh, jeez.
I see social media. So you're a wife.
Yes.
Met your husband. Y'all just renewed your vows the other day.
Yes,
what actually celebrated?
10 years.
Congratulations.
10 years.
That's awesome.
10
That's awesome. Yeah, girl, I see the ring. I see the ring. All right now. All right. So, okay. Congratulations. You're a mom of 2.
Yes.
You are a registered nurse.
Yeah.
You own your own business.
Yes.
You're a child of God.
Yeah.
And you are starting another business. So
I am.
Now that I did ask her who she is, and then I told you who she is. Let her tell us who she is.
All right. Honestly, I don't, like, whoever knows how to answer that question. I really, I know you do. She's like, I do.
Girl,
the eyes just set it on. She's like, me. I don't know. I'm just a woman out here trying to make it.
Girl.
I am out here just trying to do the best I can with what I have. I heard something today, actually, because I'm trying to fill my space and just wrap myself in teaching and just things that I want to be a part of, right? My
Yeah.
pastor says, if you hang around 4 broke people, you're bound to be the 5th. So
Mhm.
you really should, submerge yourself in things that you achieve or, you aspire to be, especially if you're not there yet. And if you are one of those people that are there, then you should be reaching down
Mhm.
and pulling people up so they can sit to your left and to your right. The
Mhm.
people that you know that have been asking for the same blessings that you were benefited, that God afforded you to have.
Mhm.
But yeah, the best I can with what I got, girl. Like it really, there really is no secret sauce.
Mhm.
The discipline aspect that I got into, out of the military, that has helped tremendously. The way that I was raised between my Haitian mom and my Ghanaian dad, that has been, that's played a tremendous toll, a tremendous, I'm missing the word, but it's made just such a difference in how I go about living my life. You see your parents struggle. My mom was always the one to work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard. Any Caribbean person probably has more than one job.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking a side hustle. They have literally
Several jobs.
Full-time
Right?
jobs, full-time jobs, and still run a household.
Absolutely.
That takes discipline. A
Does.
lot of people see, like you said, what I post on social media, the life that I'm living, that I'm blessed. That's another
Amen.
thing. Everything I do that brings me happiness or joy, I know is a blessing, because I know that at any moment it can be taken away. And I know that any moment I could be the girl that can't afford to do that or has it stripped from her for whatever reason. I'm thankful for everything that I have, everything that I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, that's just me. I'm doing the best I can with what I have.
I mean, I like that. But well, you're doing a lot with it, and I love that. And the thing is, so I mean, I've seen you with your husband, and I love you guys' relationship. He adores you, and you adore him, and I love that. I love seeing love in full effect.
Yes.
Because you know what, I think that, can you do it on your own? Absolutely, but it enhances you, and you guys grow together. So I love that, and congrats on the renewal. I've seen you with your kids, great mom, and in your business, and what you're doing, and looking fabulous while you're doing it too, girl. Because I love me a fashion, so I will notice fashion. Like, so my husband's like, "Oh, did you see it?" I'm like, "Oh my God, did you see the shirt?" He's like, "No."
We tend to notice a lot of different things.
I do, because I love things.
Yeah.
So like I do. And, I go back to what you say about discipline and playing such a huge part in your life. And folks will see the blessed life that you are living and not realizing that, you worked hard for it. It's kind of like those overnight success stories, right? There are years of Diel where you had to wonder, possibly maybe not where your next meal was coming from, but how am I going to do it this month? And like, folks don't see those years. They're just seeing the blessed now. And, some are motivated, like, hey, how do I get that? But some are just seeing it and like, and envious. And like, because I've had it, like folks, it was like, oh, they're showing off and whatever. But there is nothing wrong with working hard,
That's right,
getting blessed by God, and enjoying your life.
Yeah. A lot of people, they think that they are putting me down when they say, "Oh, you think you're this, or you think you're that, you think you're, you think you're bad, you think you're," a lot of the words I can't even say.
Yeah.
Because we want to
girl.
keep this clean.
PG, girl. It's
right,
right.
right. But I accept that now. Yes,
Yeah.
I do think I'm all of those things.
You better.
Yes, I do know that I'm all of those things.
You better.
Because of everything that you just said. Everything that you see comes from a place of struggle, a place of process, a place where you have to work hard to get what you want. And that's just life. Anything, I don't know, anything that you're given in haste tends to obliterate or not last, right? There's also truth in the saying that, what you work for, you value a little bit more.
Do.
Because it took you so much to get it.
Absolutely.
Not to, just to quote, Kanye West when he says, I know, I was trying
Okay,
to stay
okay,
away.
Okay,
I
I'll
was
forgive
trying
you.
to stay away.
I'll forgive you. I'll forgive you. Give
However,
me one quote. Give me.
he says, what do you think I rap for? To push a RAV4. No shade to anybody that drives RAV4s, but that's not what he wanted.
Yeah.
And he had to work hard to
Exactly.
get the prize that he wanted to get.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you think I'm doing all this for?
Thank you. I mean, you
I-
said it. You said it. I mean, I'll give you the Kanye quote. I get it because the boy went straight crazy right now. But he is talented. He is talented. I will certainly give him that. And yeah, you're right. And I don't. There's nothing wrong with working hard and enjoying the fruits of your labor because you work hard. I mean, girl, you're a nurse. You work last night. You work at night. You work long shifts. Like while I'm curled up in bed. Like and lots of folks. And I did a post this week where I said everybody wants to win, but not everyone wants to do what it takes to win.
It's so true. I was told by one of my mentors, shout out to Catlin. She said, it's fun, it's exciting. But when that fun and that excitement runs out, it's time for the discipline to set in, to stay the course, to stay up till 3 a.m., get up at 5 a.m., go to bed early, even though you want to stay out and chill. Turn your phone off, disconnect from social media for a little while. Those are things that, people don't readily or necessarily do. Another thing, it's not just discipline, it's about balance, right? Making sure that you have time for yourself. Because if you are empty, who can you serve?
No one. No one.
If you are empty, who can you serve? Think about the time that you didn't. I'm normalizing naps now. I've reached the age where I'm taking a nap.
Girl,
if I have time to do it,
you napping.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
But if you don't think about the time that you didn't rest well and still had to be with your children.
Absolutely.
Or still had to go meet somebody that you have to put that face on for. It's not always something that's pleasing.
No.
But if you're rested, you have enough energy, you've talked to God, ask him to fill your spirit, you can move forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I normalized nap. I found out I found out there's like a whole nap ministry. Like there's a whole thing committed to napping. I mean, I used to be embarrassed when I nap, like, oh my God,
no,
I had a nap. No, girl, I had a nap. And I have a friend who's been napping, but she says she fell asleep. She's been napping. Nataki needs to own it. She's
shout out
napping.
to Nataki.
Yeah,
I love you
on a regular basis, y'all. But calling and falling asleep. But anyway.
So let's take her for example. Now, you guys don't know not all of you know who we're talking about, but the girl is always just so calm.
Yeah.
You'll never see Nataka get hype like that.
No.
She's just like,
Yeah.
You actually you enjoy being around her
because she's like takes it down because like I'm up here all the time.
Yeah, we all need that friend. We all need that friend.
So it's funny. I have my best friends, her sister, my best friend and I used to go all the time. And her sister would take naps. I mean, this wasn't new to her. She was always napping and we'd laugh at her because it's like, but now we're jealous. We're like, Lord. Wish we knew because the girl is just calm and relaxed all the time. All right. So, I'm glad you mentioned that you're Haitian because when you say you're from the Caribbean, we all assumed everybody's Jamaican. What you said?
Mes amigos.
Okay, now what you just said.
Yeah. I just said, oh my God.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's equivalent to oh my God.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm not even gonna try to pretend to even say it, but yeah. Because when somebody says you're from the island or Caribbean, it's like, oh, but I was like, you're Jamaican. That's like literally one island in the Caribbean and it's Jamaica.
Right.
So, you talked about, what you learned from your parents. So is the hard work, would you credit, you talked about, your Haitian mom, your Ghanaian dad. Would you say that, in addition to the military, you learned how to balance or how to work hard from your upbringing from your parents?
Yeah, I would say that I have learned balance, but indirectly because I love my parents.
It's okay. It's okay.
You see how my tone changed?
Girl, switch it up. I'm from the Caribbean. I get it.
It's because it was the opposite in the household. It wasn't that my mom managed time. She has since passed away, but my mom has managed time. She taught me how to manage money. Two very important and key things that if you don't have right now, I suggest you go and get those lessons on how to manage your time and manage your money. And if you want to put them in order, manage your time first, because money you can always make back. But once time is gone, that is it.
No.
So, take that. But it's because there really wasn't much. The household was chaotic.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
my mom worked a couple of jobs. I really saw my dad, he would taxi me to cheerleading practice and back. My mom worked most holidays. I was like,
yeah.
we didn't really have that, but they showed improved through the roof that was constantly over our head, the food that was always on our table, the clothes that were always on our back. And it's not that just, they were good parents because they gave us basic necessities. No, we grew up knowing to respect elders, to have self-control. And these are all things that fall into play if you are, in fact, trying to start a business. Even if it's the business of yourself, if you are your brand to influencers, to people that are starting service or product businesses, all of these things that we're talking about today come into play. If you do not know how to manage your time, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. That is key. That is key. And I'm not perfect because, procrastination is, that is my number one right now.
Yeah.
And we're only four days into the new year. Even today, I'm like, like time and me be head and head. I'm trying to, just through prayer, prayer. That's how you know something is serious.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I feel like God himself is the one that is going to save me from just this procrastination and constantly running against the clock.
Yeah.
At one point, I felt like this is probably the only way that I can move when I know I only have 20 minutes to do things that I need 2 hours to do in.
I know.
You know what I mean? But I
funny?
hope we get it done. I know.
Isn't that funny? You get more done in less time. Like when you have the whole day to do something, you procrastinate, and then you got 20 minutes, you get so much done. Not good, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
We're work in progress.
Yeah.
One thing you said earlier on is that you're constantly learning and you like to immerse yourself in things that's going to help you grow. I absolutely love that. I believe in it. It's a philosophy of mine. I'm constantly seeking different things. I'm always reading or watching or listening to things, and I submerge myself into things that's going to elevate my mind and teach me different concepts that I didn't know about. And I think a lot of times we get so caught up into things that we believe, and we are not open to listening and learning other things. And it doesn't mean that we're going to change our beliefs, but have an open mind to say, okay, I get it. Not for me.
Right.
But I get it.
But I get it.
Because we can't be closed off. And I think that's a good philosophy to have, like constantly learning, always elevating. And another thing that I'll have, and it's one thing that I've been doing my entire life, is just really nurture the relationships that I have in my life. So like, my husband, my kids, my friends, it's so important to me that these relationships are good, like your immediate circle.
Sure.
Because you give so much and folks are always taking and pulling and want to, and I don't mind giving, but there's going to, like you said, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you're empty, you can't give back to anybody else. So I'm glad that for you is happening.
It is. So quick plug, and I don't know if this is the time to move into this.
Girl, move. You move, I move.
Just like that.
Girl, I'm gonna get a rap career.
Oh God. See, I'll be your backup dancer. So that was a great segue into my new venture, Pretty Girls Love Jesus. Website, www.prettygirlslovejesus.com. Follow me on all social media platforms at prettygirls_LJ. Listening. So I talk a lot. If you have a sound effect fall, boom, I do. I always feel like I'm never being heard, even though I talk all the time. I always feel like I have something to say. I always want to add 2 cents. Since starting Pretty Girls Love Jesus, it's funny because people are like, oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. And I say one thing, it's on the physical, on the surface level, it's an apparel and accessories brand. It's just normalizing looking good and loving Christ, right? And from that sentence, I don't have to speak again. People, I don't know what it is. People are looking for the opportunity to love God out loud. That's what I've been finding. And I get to just listen. I was so nervous. You know, this is a new venture for me. I'm the owner of Madison Avenue Accessories, www.madisonavccessories.com. Follow me on all social media platforms at Madison Ave ACC. But that I can do. That is, you know, fabulous accessories. They're bold, they're exciting. They take you from the boardroom to the barroom to a party. You know, if you're traveling, special occasions, what have you, that's easy. But when you're talking about something that touches you spiritually, it's a whole different level. And like I said before, when you mentioned, you know, listening, that's what Pretty Girls Love Jesus has really allowed me to do. Listen to people's stories, you know, and it's funny because it's a lot of men, even though the brand is geared towards women, women in struggle, women that are lukewarm, women that feel like, oh, you know, if I listen to, I don't know, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Lotto, that I can't love the Lord, that's false. That is the devil telling you that. Let me be the first to say, it's okay to love what you love and still have more than enough room for Christ Jesus. Okay, so let's just put that out there. Because what I don't want to happen, and this is also part of the brand, is that you love those things that are of this world, right? And people say, oh, well, you're not of Christ. They're judging you. Don't let them do that, because I'm not letting that happen. Right? When I say surface level apparel, accessories, you know, that subfloor, that foundation, that cement, that firmly planted space is a space that is safe for not just women, but the supporters thereof, like-minded in spirit, to come together, encourage each other, protect one another, let everybody know that you are loved. I don't need to, my mentor, shout out to Caitlin again.
All right, Caitlin.
The last Chosen Women of Worth, Chosen Women of Worth is her platform. But the last time I saw her, 2018, I have not laid eyes on her since. She called me out of the blue, to ask me about to compliment an accessory that she had bought years ago that hasn't tarnished because we have quality.
All right.
But she just wanted to compliment me on that. And it turned into her guiding me more than she will ever know.
Okay.
Just filling me, letting me know that it's okay to be me and still love God out loud. It's okay. It's all right. You can, you know, Pretty Girls Love Jesus didn't start in a happy place. The story behind it actually comes from me getting beat down by somebody that I thought I loved, right? An ex boyfriend.
Okay.
Of course, I'm not going to mention his name.
No.
But I was bruised physically on my body. He stole from me, lied, cheated, steal. I mean, everything that could go wrong in a relationship went wrong. And I stayed. Because that's what we do, right? Oh, girl, I could change him. He's going to change for me.
Yeah.
He's been this way his whole life.
Yeah.
God couldn't change him. Who do you think you are?
But we don't know that.
No. But what we do know is we're not happy and we settle. And we settle.
Okay.
That is where danger lies.
Yeah.
In settling. I'm comfortable here. Some people are waiting for Jesus himself to come get you.
Yeah.
No, he sent your mom, your aunt, your best friend that don't like him. All of these things that I'm speaking actually happened to me.
Yeah.
And I stayed.
Okay.
There was one time that I was wearing a white top. It was V-neck. I mean, now that I've had kids, I got a little bit of cleavage, you know. But before, there was nothing there.
That's not, I
I'm gonna keep it 100.
mean, okay.
The body you see now is God-given.
All right now.
Okay. And I work hard for it. Okay. 5 a.m. gym sessions. Shout out to Unrivaled Training on Water Street. Matt, thank you. But and my foundation was Kelly Client. But yeah, I mean, there was nothing there. But he just was such a jealous guy.
Yeah.
He just, and he was very physical with me. And I thought that was him showing his love. Can't go out, can't talk to this person, can't do that, can't do that. It's because he loves me. Girl, he don't love you.
No.
Because if he did,
Yeah.
you wouldn't feel the way you're feeling. And I'm talking to somebody right now. Okay. Stop kidding yourself. But anyways, so I walk in with this shirt, and as soon as he sees me in the shirt, he uppercuts me in the stomach. If you've never had the wind knocked out of your body, you think you're going to die. You literally think you're going to die. You cannot catch your breath. I was on the floor trying to just get air.
Jesus.
I mean, I was like struggling to breathe as he steps over me, tells me to get the F up, I'm okay. I thought I was going to die. I couldn't even lift my face up. All because of this shirt that I had on. His big thing was, and you call yourself a Christian.
Jesus.
How many times did we hear that?
All the time.
And you call yourself a Christian. As soon as somebody does something, like, okay, yes, I'm a Christian. I'm not perfect. And neither are you, because you're judging me with that statement.
Yeah.
But it took me years.
Yeah.
It took me years to get out of that relationship. But when I finally did, praise God, I got my spirit back. I understood that I wasted a lot of time, right? Time that you cannot get back. But in that, there was so many lessons. The number one lesson was that I was never going to be that girl on the floor ever again.
Amen.
Ever again.
Amen.
I didn't care what I had on. And the other lesson was, you're never not going to say that I don't love Christ.
All right now.
Ever.
All right.
I could have died on that floor.
You could have, but he kept you.
Amen.
He kept you.
And maybe it was to share this story through this brand, and just to lift up and encourage women that are getting beat, that are getting battered. For those that don't believe that they're getting beat or battered, when they reach out to you for help, and trust me, we don't come to you and say, I need help, he's beating me.
No.
There are signs that you have to, if you really love and know this person, there are signs. You guys know my spirit.
Yes.
Right? I like to be happy. I love to have a good time.
Yes.
None of that was apparent. It took a friend to say, Diel, I don't know who this guy is, but you're not the same. And it wasn't in a good way.
Yeah.
So for me, Pretty Girls Love Jesus is redemption. He broke me, but he didn't kill me.
No.
And out of that, again, I'm not settling. My husband is amazing.
Oh, I know.
Because I'm amazing to him.
Absolutely. You guys compliment each other. I love that.
I had to look over.
Yeah.
Right? That's right.
Yes.
But I know what I want. And I'm not saying, and let me please be clear to the girls that are out there that are already in loving relationships, or maybe relationship isn't the greatest, but you're working on it. You do not have to go through what I went through to learn about yourself. Please, if you can avoid it, oh my God, you are a blessed person. But like I said, I should have died 10 times over, not just in that relationship, in life in general, because of the stupid things that we do. But you're right. God kept me.
He did.
Yeah. And so that is outside of the accessories and the apparel for Pretty Girls Love Jesus. That is the story behind that.
Okay. Well, first, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah.
So I think that's incredible. I don't know why you went through it. Only God knows, but you went through it. And I think your story will save others. Like I truly do, whether it's one person to listen, 10 or millions of people. And you came through that and you have a testimony, and the person that you are now you're not going to go back because you know what you went through.
That's right.
So when others see you and they're like envious or saying foolishness or whatever, girl, you just smile and say, if you only knew my story.
That's right.
Because, the saying like, you want my glory, but not my story. Amen. So where God has brought you now with the husband, the kids and the house and, the job and everything and the different businesses, and like folks want that, but they could not have gone through what you've gone through. So you were created for this. And I'm so glad that he kept you and brought you through to this day that you can share your story. And I thank you for trusting us with that and for sharing that, because I guarantee you somebody's touched and somebody is being saved. And the fact that that came from such a place, and I didn't know that's where it came from. I thought this was recent, but God's been building you all along, girl.
Right.
He's been, listen,
Right.
making my minister come out.
It's okay. It's okay.
He's been building you all along. And you know what a story.
Yeah. I was,
And a book.
yeah, well, we can work on that.
I need to see a book, but okay.
I wanted to say, coming on here, listen, when I say I was nervous, because this is like the first, this is first of all, this is the first podcast. Like, you're on social media, but we have control over that. I just really pray for God to just guide my tongue, kind of like, narrow me in. But somebody said to me, don't be nervous because you're already her.
Yes.
You're already her.
Oh.
Right.
Whoever said that, thank you. Thank you.
You already have everything that you need to go forth in this journey.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's not always about the destination. We always want to get somewhere.
Yes.
We always want to do something. But isn't it funny that sometimes the process of getting ready to do or to go, like your ball, it's like when you get there, it's over in the blink of an eye.
Yes.
And then what are you thinking about the process? Oh my God, I had to invite all these people. Oh, this one doesn't. Oh, I have to go get the dress. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do that. You talk more about that than you do sometimes the actual event.
The actual event. So one of the things that I started years ago, girl, I started a lot of things because I really I'm always into self-improvement and I'm always into truly meant. I remember, and I think I actually haven't, and you're thinking about so it's before school. It's a week, just us to just relax, nothing. I mean, and eat, and I don't cook.
Getting a massage, getting nails done, going to do your hair, spending a little, going, whatever it is.
You do.
Because when other women do it, I don't see anybody complaining.
No. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to be in the moment and, like not wishing for the next moment, because you have to enjoy the journey. Like you say, I want the destination, but you've got to enjoy yourself on your way to getting there. It's kind of like you said with the ball. I had a ball, picking out, for the ball. But I had a ball picking out the stuff because it just made me excited and things like that. And before you know it, it was over. So I fully submerged myself into enjoying every aspect.
That's right.
Because you spend so much.
Yeah.
Like your wedding. Did you enjoy it? And were you thinking about every detail?
The
vow renewal, I should say.
Yes, the vow renewal. Yes. Yeah, it was a lot.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But I hope you enjoyed the moment.
No, we did.
Good. We did. Good. So no, thank you for sharing Pretty Girl Love Jesus. But I want to jump back to a little bit about Madison Avenue Accessories because that's a business that you've had for a while.
Yeah.
And that's evolved and evolved and you still have that. So just talk to me a little bit about that.
So yes, Madison Avenue Accessories, as I stated before, is a premier fashion retailer for accessories. And it really just started off as something fun. But the places that it has taken me, the people that I've met, you know, my clients, I was in Florida about a year and a half ago, and this girl, talk about feeling like a celebrity. This girl came up to me and was like, Madison Avenue. And I was like, yes. She's like, oh, I love your stuff. I love you. You know, things like that. It just, yeah, Madison Avenue Accessories is my baby. It really, it really, really is.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
Good.
But everything that I've learned from that business has catapulted me. I'm so far ahead with Pretty Girls Love Jesus. You know, I don't know. It's alive. It's well. It's doing amazing. Good. What are some of the other things that I do? Real estate.
Yes.
I really wanted to touch.
Okay, let's talk about that because I'm a lender. So let's talk. So let's talk about real estate. All right.
I think it's important that you, gosh, there's so many ways to go about this. Ownership.
100%. 100%.
You know, I don't want to scream, oh, go out, you know, 30-year mortgages, go out and lock yourself down. But I'm telling you, one thing that Black people do not do well is plan for the future. Most of us don't have life insurance policies. A lot of us, and I said, I'm not putting all of us in this one basket. But, and myself included, you know, our retirements are not set up.
Yeah.
You don't even have enough for, you know, a funeral expense. You know, if you break a leg, eye dismemberment, you know, whatever. Yeah. We just tend to not be prepared. You know, owning real estate, especially in the city of Worcester, with it being so up and coming and being, you know, in between Boston and it teaches you a lot. It opens a lot of doors.
It does.
It really, really does. We own multifamilies here in the city. We have tenants. Ooh.
Girl, we could tell stories, but go on.
No, I'm not. I love all my tenants.
That's awesome.
I really do. I love all my tenants. I have been fortunate enough to have really good tenants. But it just opens a lot of doors.
It does. It does.
You know, without getting too personal, I don't really have to work as long as I would have had I not ventured into real estate. You know, owning these properties allowed me to start businesses, allow for my kids to go to better schools, have better opportunities, you know, better after school programs. I mean,
No, you know, I agree. And I think, you know, one of the things that I see is that financial literacy is not taught in the Black household. And I love the way you had spoke of your parents. You didn't say, you know what, they dealt with things the way they were taught. And I think it's for each generation, we have to get better. Like our parents was work hard, put food on the table, put a roof over their head. And for them, that was success. Like, especially as so for like my father, he worked like nobody worked harder. You know, my mother, like they took care of us, but they didn't do 401k. They didn't do retirement and savings and all of that. And all of these things and, you know, college plan and, you know, because they didn't know that.
29s,
they were better than their parent though. So this generation, we have to do better and then in turn teach our children, but we don't learn financial literacy. We work and we pay our bills, but you know, we don't invest in real estate. We don't get IRAs. We don't get 401ks. You know, because again, it wasn't taught, but there's opportunities out now and it would behoove us to get educated and to teach our kids about managing your money. Because if you don't manage your money will manage you. And, you know, I like nice things. And we're not gonna, you know, I do. So I work hard and I like to play hard. So, but I also want to, I genuinely do not want to be like 80 something working. Oof. You know, not even, I mean, way before that, but let's just say that because I have seen opportunities where folks of my culture, they're in their 80s and they're working these jobs that honestly I can't even work in my 40s.
Right.
Hard work.
Right. Still.
And but they don't have a choice.
Right.
So we have to get better. We have to figure out how to,
Agreed.
anything that's like, check your local, what is that called? City Hall, like any financial literacy course that they're teaching, because there's free things out there.
Oh my
like,
gosh, there's so much.
get connected,
Even
get
if
involved.
you start small,
Yeah.
right? So by starting small is understanding your savings account.
Yeah.
Right. Your savings account probably yields you 0 point.
Yeah.
Okay. We started 0 point. Listen to me. 0.00. Then there's a number. That's not even a full penny on every single dollar
Not
that you're
even.
putting into these financial institutions. Start with a savings account that yields a high interest. Start with a savings account that yields a high interest that's online.
Mhm.
That way, it's hard for you to reach your money. 1%, 3%, 5%. The bank that I bank with now on the first $1,000 gives you back 5%.
Yes. I take advantage of that. I do.
You'll get offers in the mail, put $500 in this account, leave it there for 6 months, and we'll give you 300. That's real.
Yeah.
If you do that 6 times, 7 times, 10 times, you have yourself $3,000.
You do.
Free money. But these are opportunities that we just don't see, or we think are too good to be true.
It is.
There's a lot of that in our community. It's too
It
good to be
is.
true. So we let the next girl have it. And not only do we let the next girl or boy have it, then we complain about them having it.
We do. And we've got to do better. You got to educate yourself. And like one of the things, like we have to trust that not everybody in our community is out to get us. Like you're sharing that information.
Yes.
Like you say this to someone's like, mhm.
Right.
No, like
It's real.
it's real. Like
Google it right
I
now.
genuinely want to
High
help you.
interest bearing accounts
Yes.
online. And then just read the fine print. And you're talking about a couple $100 max to start it. Some of them require a $5 deposit.
Yeah.
And as long as you hit that, whatever is 600, 500, whatever that total that they want in there within that 6-month period, then you're gonna get whatever it is that they're promising you. And then you just have to leave your money in there. The most I've seen, 90 days.
Yeah.
Take the money that you put in, take the 300 that they gave you, close the account and start over. With that 300, take your 5 and put it into something else.
Okay. So do I see financial advisor in the
No.
future?
Mm-mm. Because when money gets funny, nobody laughs. I'm
Nope,
not
they do
about
not.
that life. And
They
I'm
do
quick.
not.
I'm quick to shut somebody
They
down.
do not. They do not. No, people get really funny about money.
Yeah.
And no, but for seriously, like find out any local places that teaches financial literacy, a class, a course, like anything.
It's on Instagram. It's on
is.
social
But even
media.
do social media, they can
Okay.
find out about this because some might be wary, but like what she's saying is the truth. And like just investigate it because like listen, I took my money out of an account the other day, like was just not yielding nothing, like nothing. I was like, listen, and I just take my money out. I like seeing dividends at the end of the month because that's free money.
That's right.
That's free money. But anyway, we're not going to teach a class, but we're just telling you, like get some financial literacy, like help yourself out because I guarantee you working your 9 to 5 is not going to give you anything.
No,
Like-
but
You're going to continue to work that for a very, very long time that yields like 0 results. And then, like she says, if an emergency happens, then, you're up the creek without a paddle. So, that's enough preaching for me. So how about you? How about you?
I don't know. This is going to sound awful, but here comes that discipline that we talked about
Yeah.
earlier. Is that military teaching?
Listen.
Some people in this world are just meant to be renters. We have renters, we have owners. It's okay. If that is your space, stay in your space. However, don't complain about it. You have the power to change you. Nobody is standing in your way but you. You
Mhm.
have air, you have opportunity. That's it.
Yeah.
If you want something to happen in your life, you need to make it happen. There's a lot of people living on how did they say it? I just heard this the other day. They have the butt disease.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
No.
But I'm sick, but my mama, but I have to work,
Yeah.
but I can't afford it,
Mhm.
but that's not how I was raised, but he won't let me, but this,
Yeah.
but that. Get off your butt, all of those things. You have the ability, and God has put in you the power to change. People are not going to understand it, but they will. You ever hear that? They'll get over it.
Yeah.
You'll get over it.
Yeah.
Because I am not living for you or anyone anymore. 2023 is not all about me, but it's
a me season.
2023
It's a me season.
is for me.
Yes.
2022. Listen, damn near put people on my butt.
Okay, I'll be honest. It's always a me season, but I like to see others live in their me season too. And I will always help.
Yes.
I will always offer. I
Yes.
will always give advice. If that's what they need, I'll sit back and I'll listen. I'll do whatever. I will lead a horse to water, but I absolutely won't pull the cup out and feed them because folks, they got to do that. And I'll say this. So I was talking to, I'm not going to share any names or anything because this will give out who they are. I was talking to a child the other day, and the child said to me, "Can you believe I asked my mama to take me to McDonald's and she said she didn't have money? How's she gonna have a Gucci purse and can't buy McDonald's?" I was, girl, I almost spit out my food. This was out of the mouth of the child. She was like, "She have a Gucci purse and can't take me to McDonald's." I was like, okay.
Well,
but we say, like you said, they have that disease. So I mean,
that's not an actual disease, guys. But yeah.
But we got to do better. We got to do better. Listen, I want to see my people thriving in 2023.
Yes.
I want to see my people going after everything that they deserve. And I'm not saying they're going to make mistakes because
you are.
Yeah,
you are going to make mistakes. If you don't make a mistake, you're probably doing something wrong. Or wherever you think you are, you're not.
No. Because
you're always learning. And all these messages that we've talked about in this wonderful hour, I did have a good time. Is for everybody in every stage.
Yeah.
Right. I used to be that person. But she's a nurse. I wasn't always a nurse.
No.
Oh, she's got property. I didn't always have property.
No.
I didn't always, you acquire, you obtain. I always feel like it's important though to turn around, turn to your right, turn to your left, go forward, go back, and pull.
Absolutely.
People. Here's another thing. You can't do anything by yourself. Listen, now you got me like, you can't do anything by yourself.
Oh my God, I just did the Wendy Williams sip.
Please find yourself a team.
Yeah.
Please find yourself a mentor.
Yeah.
Please, like with this, with what I'm doing now with Pretty Girls Love Jesus that I didn't do with Madison Ave is take my time.
Yeah.
Madison Avenue started like a bat out of, it was just like, I was doing shows. We were in New York, we were in Boston, we were flying here. It was just like, and I had kids.
Yeah.
Right. And I had kids and I was doing it.
Yeah.
But I had an amazing support system.
Yeah.
I had people that understood like, oh, Diel does not play. This must be something that is just
important to her.
Yes, is lighting a fire for her.
Yeah.
So please reach out, whether you're in the beginning of your journey or you're almost towards the end. I hope that you found some piece, a message for you here. If you need help, please reach out. I'm always available on all my social media platforms. I try to answer everyone because you never know who is who, right?
Yeah.
Who and who's going through what.
Yeah.
Because had I been the person that I needed back then and just wasn't, oh my gosh, my life would probably be 100 times better.
Yeah. But you know what? I always say, no regrets, right?
No.
You are where you are and you love where you are.
Yes.
So what happened? Sometimes painful, however painful, got us here. And, no, thank you for the advice. And I really hope that somebody listens. And, I do try to respond back to everyone that reaches out. And, because I believe like in always giving, I love my life. I'm going to give back because I genuinely like seeing people happy.
Yeah.
I genuinely like seeing people
I'm definitely
their best life.
I wasn't always there.
Yeah. No.
I'll admit it. I wasn't always there. I used to, look at people and
It's
and
growth.
want after, and covet
Yeah.
what they have. But,
Yeah.
we know that that's not the way.
We know, and it's growth, but I love what you said earlier too about, being in a space that sometimes you felt like because you're doing a certain thing that, you're not loving Jesus and you can't love Jesus, but God loves us despite it all. And just realize there is zero things we can do that will take God's love away from us. And I love this for you, like where you are now and the inspiration that you are, and just doing the thing.
Yeah.
I can't say that other word. Just doing the thing, girl. Just doing the thing. Like, thank you so much for being in the show.
We're out of time?
Almost. So
Oh.
we have to get some things. See, it's
Oh, okay. All right.
It's live. Like, we
real
gotta
quick,
get some things.
real
So
quick,
I'm gonna give you a few minutes. So
okay. I wanted to, the pink one is for you.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I just,
I don't love gifts or anything.
I see that you have a lot of silver
I
going
do.
on. I hope that
Yes.
you really like gold. But I did have to come here and bless you.
It's all blingy. All right, come on, zoom in. All right,
Those
so thank
are
you.
not on the website.
Yeah, that's
Those are
fine.
exclusive
Oh,
to
so
you.
it's an exclusive, Suzanne.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so you have something for the hubby. He's behind the
I do,
camera. So
yep.
we'll take his thing, and then while you take that out, I'm gonna take my earring out and pop it up so it can
okay,
show
good.
up on camera. So
And yes, and we don't have men pieces yet, but we are starting.
Oh my.
This is for our director extraordinaire. They are 18 karat plated cufflinks.
And
for those moments, because I know you guys are,
girl,
out
Mama have a
on the-
ball coming up.
on the
So
town. My necklace is also available. These
Okay,
are all
good.
shameless cheap plugs, I know.
it's
My necklace is available in your initial.
yeah.
My earrings are available. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all.
It is. So they know where to find you. So
Yes.
I had such a good time talking to you. Honestly, learning about, you being a vet, just, the discipline that it took to go into the Army and serve, and, the trauma of not being able to wrap your hair, girl.
Serious.
Listen, it's serious, okay? All right. And, being a wife and a mom, and, from that relationship to this relationship that you are in. And you know what? I think that sometimes, I'm not saying I don't want us to go through all go through trauma, but that experience has probably taught you to really truly love and appreciate this relationship more, because you are being loved the way you deserve to be loved. And the fact that you know that you deserve that love, because a lot of time past trauma stops us from appreciating good love and a good man, and we end up destroying that relationship because we're so battered and bruised by it,
thinking that you're not worthy.
You don't deserve it.
Right.
So I'm glad that you're
know your worth.
Know your worth.
Your worth.
100% know your worth.
1,000,
and talking about Madison Avenue, and just how you drove that and where it is now, and it's online, and girl, I love those celebrity moments. I do sometimes. They're like, "Are you famous?" I'm like, "Yeah."
we're all famous in our own right.
Jesus. They're like, "Oh God," because when you go with the glasses, like I walked in and they're like, "Oh my God, is she somebody?" I'm like, "Yes, I am."
Is she somebody? Of course.
I know. This lady did that the other day. Like, everybody was like, "Oh my God, I love your hair." She's like, "Oh my God, is she somebody?" I was like, "Yes, she's somebody." Anyway, so
Google me.
Thank you. Google me. And they do find positive. Right? But I love those recognizable moments. And, now for Pretty Girl Loves Jesus, I love, like, you're wearing the t-shirt. I know you mentioned that's apparel, so let's show that. And
so
let's show the boobs that we say we didn't have.
Yes.
It's about the boobs that we say that's God-given. Hey, you said it first.
I know.
Okay, all right.
I know. I did. But this is one of the first mock-ups. This should be available in the next couple of weeks.
Awesome.
Can I show the back ball?
Absolutely. Stand up.
So if you can see now, this was our first sample. Love and Jesus are highlighted, but we will get the Pretty Girls, and then Love Jesus will also be highlighted, so that we can get the full brand. We've got rings, we've got socks, hats. It's really stay tuned.
Okay, I love that. I know the website is coming soon, so can't wait to check that out, to learn just everything about it. And I think what the fans or the guests are going to learn most and love the most about Pretty Girl Loves Jesus, it's not just the brand.
No.
There is a story behind it.
It's the community that we're trying to build.
Exactly. There's a woman behind it.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this. How do you answer someone that says, why couldn't you just say girls love Jesus? Why put the pretty?
Oh.
That's the Oprah question.
No, okay,
All right, go on.
'Cause I'm pretty.
How long?
that's-
Give it up.
Listen, that's really just
yeah.
It's only because, oh, you think you're too cute, you think
Yeah.
you're too pretty, you think
Yeah.
you're too this, you do that. And like we said earlier in the
Yeah.
conversation, yes, I do.
Yes.
So
Period.
yeah.
Period.
But the thing is, there is a community of women
I
out
love
there
it.
just like us
Yeah.
that, when you put that best foot forward,
Yeah.
you want to.
Perfect. I might not say it. I truly believe that I'm humble, but I am that girl.
That's right.
I'm not ashamed of it.
That's it.
Like, I am Suzanne and I'm fabulous. And you are Diel and you're fabulous.
That's
Why
it.
be ashamed of it? Just do the thing. And, doesn't mean that we don't hurt, doesn't mean that we don't make mistakes, doesn't mean that we don't fail at things. But you know what? At the end of the day, we know who we are. We're proud of who we are. We're constantly evolving.
Yep.
And when we make it, we don't look back and says, oh, too bad you didn't make it.
No.
Because we're offering any resources that we can, we help. And I'm living my best life. God wants us to have that abundant life.
That's right.
I'm going to live it.
That's it.
I'm going to live it.
That's
I will not be that bitter, dried up, miserable Christian, because that's not who God is.
No.
I'm going to live in all my glory.
That's right.
But girl, I had such a good time. I knew that it was going to be an awesome hour.
Yeah.
I told you, it goes by so quick.
I know.
Like, but we're going to wrap it up. But if you haven't shared anything, and you shared a lot, so and I'm here for it.
Wrap it up.
Like, yeah. So we're going to wrap it up because my producer's going to say, listen, you're out of time.
I know.
But
I know.
tell me, how do you want to end this? Like, how do you want to end it with your audience? And how do you want to encourage them? So we know how to contact you and we'll put it in there. So normally we say end with how to contact you, but how do you want to end with encouraging the audience and just saying goodbye?
Yep. You stole my word. Encouragement. Encouragement. I hope me coming on here in all my nervousness and people are like, oh, Diel, you forget, oh, you nervous? Yes.
Yeah.
Like you said, we still fail. We still feel nervous. We're still flesh. But in all of that, I want to encourage and I want to just hope that people walk in their confidence, in their true light, in their true selves, be authentic to you, whatever that means for you. Please don't compare yourself to anybody else. And if you need help with any of that in any realm or area of that, please reach out to me. I gave you all my social media platforms. I'm sure you'll share them as well. But yeah, that's it.
All right, cool.
Encouragement, empowerment, confidence.
All right, I love it. Listen, guys, this was such a pleasurable hour. I really enjoyed. I mean, I knew I was going to enjoy it, and I knew about this show was good. She was going to be my first guest in there for a while now. Actually, it's been in the works for a while now, girl. Don't get me dancing, because I'll dance and then we'll start singing it anyway. But
look, let me sip my tea. Go ahead.
Tea, girl. So I knew about this, and I am so honored that you said yes and that you came on and that we had an opportunity to do this. And like I said, it's the first of many.
Yeah.
And I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to having you on again, because I also have a podcast, like an actual podcast,
Yes.
which is audio only. So you'll be on that too. But
Oh, yes.
you just found that out. So that you'll be on that too. But you know what? And I think I love the way you ended, talking about encouragement and, being yourself. And I'm always about being your authentic self, because a lot of times, a couple of things where we think that, like we're different from somebody else, we find out we're not that different. We all have struggles, things like that. And we also have similarities, and similarities is not someone copying you. It's just that the same God that they serve, you serve. So you talk about confidence and encouragement. Those are things that I talk about. Those are things that I know a lot of people talk about. And I truly believe that light attracts light.
That's right.
So we've got to look at it. When you see someone who's trying to emulate you or speaking similar to where you are speaking, it's not they're biting you.
No,
There
it's
is-
inspiration.
Exactly.
See, we have to shift.
Cut it
This
out.
is gonna keep going.
All right. We got
We
1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute.
Will
1
you-
minute.
Okay, I want to encourage you also to change
Thank you.
shift the
Thank
way that
you.
you think, right? Where people would say, I challenge you. I challenge
Yes.
you this year, 2023,
Yeah.
to start doing the opposite of what people are giving you, right?
Mhm.
Especially if it's a negative light.
Yeah.
So where someone says, oh, you're biting, you're copying, whatever. No, I'm inspired. And you should really take that as a compliment because
Absolutely.
I like what you're doing until you made that comment. So now,
Bye-bye now.
right. So and it's okay. It's okay to sanctify yourself,
Mhm.
which means to separate yourself,
Absolutely.
move away from all those negative
Yeah.
influences. Start surrounding yourself, like I said at the top of the hour, submerge yourself with things that you aspire to be, that you want to be, that are going to bring out your light.
Absolutely.
You are not, let me put it like this, you're not going to survive if you don't do it.
Absolutely.
How about that?
And this is serious. This is life or death. So I promise my he's looking at me, so I gotta wrap it up. But no, I gotta wrap it up. But
It was her,
listen,
not me. Oh, it was
listen,
her.
it is me because you said you could talk, girl. I could talk, but don't choke on your teeth. But no, listen, what she said, I'm not gonna repeat it. What she said, like just shift your mentality, just complete mind shift. Last thing, we've got to stop operating from a scarcity mindset where there's not enough of us or there's not enough of one thing, but we need to operate from an abundance mindset. And together we can accomplish so much more. So this hour has been phenomenal. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm looking forward to everything from